Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube, all my friends on YouTube. I'm William Brantley from the North Jackson, Tennessee area at University Village Apartments, getting ready to share with you today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days shortly. I'll also be giving you yesterday's complete climate summary as well. And look out. I say that jokingly because we have the remnants of Hurricane Irma, which is now a tropical storm that's in southwestern Georgia right now, that's projected to be right over Jackson, Tennessee by about 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. I'll show you that track momentarily. The rain is getting close as well. It's as close to us as down around the Selmer, Savannah, and up toward Parsons area, moving this way. I'll show that to you momentarily also. First of all, there is a wind advisory for all of Middle Tennessee and for Decatur, Hardin, and McNairy counties and West Tennessee from 4 p.m. today till 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for wind gusts as high as around 30 miles per hour with possible wind gusts as high as 50 miles per hour during that time frame. Right now, Madison County, Tennessee is not included in that advisory yet. That may happen later on this evening. If so, then I'll share a graph of that over to my Facebook and Twitter accounts, so anybody that wants to see them there can. Alright, let me go on into tonight's climate data and go from there. As of 8 p.m., I'll make that 7 p.m., I apologize. The skies here was mostly cloudy. It was a thin overcast. The temperature was down to 67 degrees. That might help if I clean the glasses. What a time to be doing this. Yeah, that's a little bit clearer. 67 degrees as of 7 p.m. The dew point was 57 degrees. The humidity was at 65%. The winds were out of the north at 12 miles per hour. And the barometric pressure was 29.95 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature was 54 degrees. Today's high was 75 degrees. And of course had no rain since midnight. Now before I go any further, let me give you yesterday's climate data. Yesterday's low up to midnight last night was 55 degrees here in North Jackson. Yesterday's high was 81. Had no rainfall yesterday. The highest wind gust yesterday was northeast at 16 miles per hour, and that occurred at 11:02 a.m. West Tennessee's hottest high yesterday was 81 degrees, and that occurred at the Memphis, Tennessee airport, at the National Weather Service office in Memphis, Tennessee, and here in North Jackson, Tennessee. And the coldest low for yesterday morning was 52 degrees, and that occurred at Union City, Tennessee. Alright, now back to today's climate summary. The lowest relative humidity today was 53%, and that occurred at 3 and 4 p.m., while the highest was 93%, and that occurred at 5 through 8 a.m. this morning. Today's lowest barometric pressure would be 29.94 inches, and that occurred at 7 p.m. The highest would be 30.16 inches, and that occurred at 12 a.m. Today's highest wind gust so far at the Jackson, Tennessee airport, 27 miles per hour out of the north at 3:40 p.m. Today's records for September the 11th would be hottest high 99 degrees in 1983. The coolest high would be 73 in 1958. We came close to that record. The warmest low would be 73 degrees in 1991, while the coldest low would be 44 degrees in 1976. Today's rainfall record would be 1.85 inches, and that occurred in 2014, just 3 years ago today. That was in Bemis on Jefferson Street, where I used to live back in 2014. And I forgot to mention to you, possibly as early as tonight, around midnight, or definitely tomorrow, by midnight at least, tomorrow night, I'm going to have a rainfall tracker, or keeper, or helper from the Bemis area that lives almost in the heart of Bemis, Tennessee. That's going to be helping me keep up with rainfall amounts from Bemis, Tennessee, once more. And it's going to be my friend, Mr. Josh Estes. He lives on B Street in Bemis, and I helped set him up to measure rainfall for me from the Bemis area, and I will be sharing that information as we get rainfall amounts. And he lives just about right between the two main areas in Bemis that floods the most often when they get heavy rain out down south. He lives on B Street, which is not far from one of those intersections near that creek on A Street that floods a lot. And I think that's Kentucky Street that runs along beside there. Kentucky and A that floods a lot. I think it's Kentucky Street. Earlier I said on Facebook Butler. I believe it's actually Kentucky Street. And then the other one at the intersection of D and Missouri. He kind of lives right between both of them. So that should be a good spot to catch rainfall amounts when it comes to flood in the Bemis area. And hopefully that'll work out okay. Alright, again, Mr. Josh Estes, and I hope that starts working good as early as maybe midnight tonight. Because he may have some by then, and me too for that matter. If not by midnight, definitely tomorrow. Alrighty. I done gave you the stats, records. I'll show you a few of the graphs for you. Let me show you the official track first. I've got it pulled up now, and I might as well turn it around so you can see it too. This is the official track of the hurricane, tropical storm now. Let me move this down just a little. Be just a little easier to read it. Okay, there we go. See it a lot better now. You see the X there? That's where the center is now in southwest Georgia. It's as of 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, less than an hour now. And its maximum sustained wind is down to 45 miles per hour. And it's still a good tropical storm. It will continue to weaken as it moves northwest. But 45-mile-an-hour wind gust speed sustained probably means it'll be gust around 60 miles per hour. So it's still got some strong punch to it yet. And it's moving right for Jackson. Right there, like you said, the X there is where the center of it is now. It's going to be over east central Alabama, probably early tomorrow morning. It's going to be up there in northwestern Alabama, near Florence, Alabama, where you see that D, that means the tropical depression, by 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. And look at here. Look at that D, a tropical depression will be right over Jackson by Wednesday morning around 2 a.m. Right around 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. And then it should move on up to near Dyers, Paducah, Kentucky by 2 p.m. Wednesday afternoon. And probably will start fizzling out somewhere between Jackson and Paducah, or especially up near Paducah, and they start going away. According to this, if they were expecting it to go further, they would have put another location on there, but since this is where it's ending, that may be where it ends. and that'd be sometime on Wednesday night into Thursday morning probably. But it should be going right over Jackson, or right through Jackson, Tennessee, right around 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. Okay, that's the latest track that I wanted to show you from the Hurricane Center, directly from them. Alrighty, what's next? Let me show you the radar. No, I'll tell you what. Let me show you the surface map features, courtesy of Weather Underground. They do a pretty good job too. This is as of right now. As you can see, that's where the Irma is now, the southwest portion of Georgia. It just updated. And there you see those green symbols. It's going to be right over Jackson, Tennessee. What was it, 2 a.m. Wednesday morning, I think it was. And then on up to 2 p.m. Wednesday afternoon in Paducah, Kentucky. That gives you a wider version basically and shows you the radar as it also. And that was the track it was. That's Jose. And as you see, now my pointer don't work, so let me see if I can get my pen to show it to you. Jose is supposed to do this. Let me see if I can get it to you can see it better. Supposed to come around like this and do something like this, and where it goes from there is anybody's guess. Either up here or up this way. Won't know that until probably early next week. So we'll have to worry about that one next, maybe. And that's Jose. And I believe it's a Category 3 hurricane out there. Alright, back to the states here. I don't have the whole entire part of the U.S. on here. I'll just show you the parts that's closest to us. And that is the closest to us. Got to deal with that rain right there. Alright. Most of the country is not that bad a shape, actually. I do remember that. Alright, what's next? I'll give you the Memphis radar out of Memphis, courtesy of Channel 3, WREG, as of right now. And as you can see, the rain is getting ever so close to Jackson. It looks like it's right around the Lexington area now, possibly all the way up to the Madison County line. So it's not going to be long before it starts raining here. It's going to be light starting off though, kind of. And it looks like it's from roughly Huntington down to Lexington, on down to about Selma, Tennessee, almost all the way to Bolivar. It's not far from Jackson. So they start raining in eastern Madison County before very long. It does look like that little piece there vanished. So it may be a little light starting off, but it won't last long. It'll get heavier as the evening wears on. See this big blob right here? All this yellow and red, that's coming our direction. It's already past Nashville. It's approaching Clarksville, Tennessee now, Waverly, Tennessee, and the southern sections of Middle Tennessee, Tullahoma, Shelbyville, of course Chattanooga, and other points, Columbia, Tennessee, Murfreesboro, on over to Cookville, Crossville, and those areas of East Tennessee. There's a really heavy area down there near Dalton, Georgia. It's moving northwestward as well. Okay, that's a little bit of a version coming up. I got another one to show you too here just a second. I'm not sure which one YouTube's going to choose, so I'm going to try to get all of them as close as I can. Alright, let me try this one. This one's almost the better of all of them. AccuWeather's Southeastern Regional Radar. I like this one almost better than all of them. You can't see the name of the towns, but you can get a good idea of where it's raining and how heavy it is. It's getting real close to Jackson. That's what that little pin thing is. But real close to Jackson. It'll probably be here within an hour or two, covering all of Madison County and moving toward the Mississippi River as the night wears on. And there you see how widespread it is. Let's see if I can get it close enough to get a good vision of it. Stretches on down, still down. Look, I think that right there, the center of the video is where the center is of Elmer still is in southwestern Georgia. I just missed a call. I wonder who it was trying to call me. Troy T. I'll call him back in just a minute. He's trying to call me. Hold on. Troy, I'm doing a recording. Can you give me about 10 minutes? Oh, okay. Well, it's going to start raining here in about a couple of hours. Are you down in Henderson by chance? I meant down in probably within a couple of hours, probably. And it's probably going to rain most of the night tonight and just about all day tomorrow. And if you, I'd say steady to moderate rain. No severe thunderstorms. I don't expect anything like that. No, most of the heavy rain right now is over in southern middle Tennessee, moving toward us. And now they're getting some good rain. Some of that may work its way over here overnight and early in the morning. Yeah, it's not going to be like it was down in Florida, though. We're not going to get any 100-mile-an-hour wind gust or anything like that. We might get 30, 40-mile-an-hour wind gust overnight, though. So it might get a little testy, but it'll last. The wind should start dying down around noon tomorrow, roughly, and then be kind of steady rain for the rest of the day is the way it's looking right now. But it'll be raining to almost noontime on Wednesday before it actually starts letting up a little bit. That's the way it's looking right now. Yeah, we got a little bit of episode to go through, but it's going to be cool, though. About 65 for a high tomorrow and Wednesday. So it's going to be cool, but then warming back up into the 80s by the weekend. So that kind of gives you an idea and all. And by the way, I may not hear you talking on video, but I'm recording all this on my YouTube one. That's all right, though. It's a little funny in a way, I guess. All right, bye-bye. That was my friend Troy Tumley, I think his name is. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. He checks in with me from time to time about the weather, and I pretty well explained it to him, like I have all of you. And there you see it. I'm going to let it be at that because I'm getting a little lengthy on this. And I've already explained him the time frame, and I don't need to do it again, because I'm sure you heard most of that conversation. Alright, let me read you the forecast technically, and then I'll be through for the evening. Let me put it back on me, though. Let me try it and see if it'll work. I don't know. I can't get enough of it in there. No, I'll just go ahead and read it to you. Let me turn the camera around. I'm afraid I'll mess something up if I do that. And I don't need to do that. Okay. For tonight, of course, it's going to be mostly cloudy with, matter of fact, I ain't even got that down too far down, so I can't read. There we go. It's going to be mostly cloudy for the rest of tonight. By around 9 or 10 p.m., like I've mentioned several times, the rain should begin here in the Jackson area. Already has to our southeast and east, like over toward Lexington and points south, and so forth. That to continue on into tomorrow, of course. We should have mostly cloudy skies tomorrow with a good 90% chance of rain, steady to moderate rain at times. It's going to be a little windy during the AM hours. We should have a low tomorrow morning near 58 degrees. A high tomorrow of about 65 degrees. Will be much cooler tomorrow. We will have, at least during the AM hours, northeast winds at 15, possibly gusting to 30, and mind you, be an occasional 35 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts, so be careful just in case. But should be dying down toward tomorrow night around sunset to southeast about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And by the way, the sun sets tonight at 7:08. I don't want to forget that. 7:08 p.m. Rises tomorrow morning at 6:36 a.m. The moon will be rising tonight at 10:59 p.m. and be setting tomorrow afternoon at 12:04 p.m. Alright, yeah, that's right. Rises just a little bit before midnight and sets a little bit afternoon tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Got that right. Alright, let me move on to Wednesday's forecast. Wednesday's forecast calling for continued mostly cloudy skies with a 80% chance of more rain until sunset, around sunset. And then the chance goes down to 20%. Probably just going to be light sprinkles or very isolated showers at that time by Wednesday night, with the low near 57 and a high of 68 with south winds at 10 to 20, and all of it should be ending around midnight Wednesday night. Okay, on Thursday we're going to have mostly clear skies Thursday through Sunday, with mostly fair skies like I mentioned each day, with let me see how much of it I can get in here. Thursday's low should be near 60, Friday's low also near 60, Saturday's low near 62. The high on Thursday will be near 84, near 88 on Friday, and 89 on Saturday, with south to southwest winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour each day. And then by Sunday, also mostly clear skies, with a low near 63 and a high of 88, with west winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And the next chance for rain after this episode is going to come Tuesday afternoon, from a 40% chance of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms Tuesday afternoon. It's going to be mostly clear Tuesday morning and Tuesday night, but a few storms and showers is possible Tuesday afternoon next week, and that's only a 40% chance right now, with a low of 64 and a high of 86 on that day. Alrighty, that pretty much covers everything for you tonight. I hope everybody has a very pleasant Monday night. Hope you all wake up to a beautiful Tuesday morning, September the 12th, 2017. And just watch out for those occasional gusty winds overnight, at least through sunrise tomorrow morning. And expect some steady to moderate rain on and off, especially toward midnight on into most of tomorrow. It'd be light rain from prior to midnight. And the amounts, last time I saw the projection for Jackson, is anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain by about noon on Wednesday. Alrighty, that's it for tonight. Good night, everybody. Thanks for checking in, and I hope I get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night. Have a good evening, and may God bless you.